Nope, that's not working. Why can't I get your... Yeah, let me put you on the other side.
Hello, hello. Nope, that's not it.
That's really weird, but I don't know why it's doing that. But it's not the end-all be-all, but it's not ideal.
All right, let me try something here.
I'm going to put you over here. Hold, please. If anybody's there, hold on. We're almost there. It's been a while. It's been a while. Whoops. And if anybody is there, let us know how crappy everything is so far, because we're trying. It's been a while. Still don't know why I'm getting that weird feedback.
I'm sure it's from this mic. So
Your mic?
here, let's try this. Hello, hello,
Still the same.
hello.
Nothing has changed. Oh, feedback's from that. So when we need to, we don't need any system audio until we play that. And so that's where the feedback's coming from.
Okay.
So I can turn that up when it's time to listen to the thing, but I'm not sure why I still can't hear you though. Anyway.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Can you?
Yeah. And I can hear me too. What did you just hit?
Oh, hold on. How about that?
Hello, hello. Yeah,
Hello.
I can hear myself now.
All right, let's just
You douchebag.
No, but the problem is that's where the feedback's coming from.
Gotcha.
It only happened when that happened. So when we need to do the thing, I'll just turn that on. But we shouldn't need. Oh, we do need system on. No. Well,
Okay, let me hang up and call you back again because I had to unplug the camera and plug it back in.
But I had it all set up. Okay. I'm gonna check Twitch. Since there's no one there anyway, I'm gonna check Twitch. I'm gonna put it on this side so people can see it. My vote is checker. All right, let's see if Twitch is working. Twitch is working. Let's find out. In my ear, Bob. My ear.
Hey, I'm calling you again.
Okay. Oh, can't hear it because.
I can hear it on mine.
Yeah, but I can't. That's weird. Anyway, answer. Oh, I don't want to close this.
Okay, hang up that one. I'm going to try you again.
So I was trying to avoid, to be honest with you, but it's fine.
There we go.
What if I could get it in the exact... Oh.
Okay, now why is it calling you again?
It's because I hit the button earlier.
You're a douche.
Why is it still doing it, though? I can't stop it. Oh, hung up on you. And now it's still ringing. How's that even possible? Hey, you want to try to call me one more time, or are you over me? One more time, bud. One more time.
All right, hang on.
Something went wrong.
All right, it's not letting me add you again, so I'm going to have to hang up and try again.
Oh, I didn't see it pop up. Go, try one more time. I can hear myself on Twitch. Well, I can hear you too. We sound amazing.
Always.
Oh, stop it. Did you call me again?
I'm calling right now. Hang on. My computer's slow. It's like 7 years old, man. It's like as old as your kid.
Oh, wow.
It's like Kitty could have given birth to my computer.
We sound good. All right. So we're good there. Audio's good. Oh, if I can answer the phone. Okay. Hello.
All right. Hello? Hello, hello. I can hear myself. We're good there.
Your video seems frozen, but... If I could put that in the exact same spot as it was before. I did it. Oh, really? Yeah, do your thing so your head's not cut off. Just turn it down just up a little, something like that.
How's that?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, good. Yay. We're in business. What up, people? Question is, are there people? Hello. Oops. I'd never change the dashboard. Sigh. Hold on. Still says episode 160. A lot of practice. Give me just a second. Hold, please. Except, where's the dashboard? Really don't want to have to bring this down and bring it back up. It says 162 up there, but doesn't say it up there. Let's see. Has indicated the channel is much for mature audiences. Well, you're not wrong. Episode... Oh, God. Edit stream info? Extra Life 2014? What? That's old.
What was that?
I'm looking at the... I'm trying to change the dashboard thing. Edit stream info. It says Extra Life 2014, which is pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
So, 162?
All right, is there anybody in the Twitch room?
Oh, I think I'm in the wrong account. That's why. This is the wrong account. Deathbox. I think we're going to ignore that for now. How do you feel about that?
Whatever.
Mostly because I've changed all this stuff since the last time I've done it, and I'm watching the usual podcast, but I need to...
Be logged in as the usual podcast.
I'm logged in as the wrong account. Almost there. Please solve a puzzle. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done this. I'm getting Twitch tokens and all kinds of shit. Hold on. 1, 5, 6, 0. Right, I'm gonna start recording things. Hello, hello. Record there as well. Login successful. Update. All right. Everybody with us? Hello.
It's not letting me pick be able to see the chat room.
Why?
I don't know.
Oops. I'm good. I got it. I got it. We're up. We're ready. Here we go.
Let me try it this way.
You can't see the chat room? It's okay. There's no one there anyway. No one but you and me, bro. Here's Spike Lee's not too happy about not being able to use the employee entrance at the next game, so he's gonna stop going. That made me laugh today.
All right, I can kind of I can see enough for if anybody chats in.
All right.
Don't be taking off your belt in front of me.
I'm in the wrong pair of pants. I was doing laundry. It's a whole thing. Anyway. All right, dude. Are we ready?
We're ready.
What are we doing? We haven't done this in a while. What are we doing? How do you want to start the normal way? Do you want to do the before we get started part? Or are we skipping that?
What I put in there is exactly what we put in. So like the new intro I put in is above that before we talk about the frosty beverage. It says, I'm your host Marshall, and with me we're back and better than ever. But now,
okay, all right. See how it goes.
If you want to do the intro, though, it's the new video.
I'm gonna put that in later.
Okay, that's fine. But that's the intro you're going with now. Okay, cool.
What?
The video. I mean the audio because we're
the
not
audio
doing,
from the video. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
For sure.
All right. Let's go.
Hello, hello. All right. Hopefully people chime in. A lot of lead up.
Here, let me text my brother to.
Oh no, we're fine. I don't care. We're only 25 minutes late. We could tweet too. 25 minutes late, but we're up.
You want me to tweet?
Sure. Better late than never. We did have to vote, though. All right. Are we ready?
Okay, I've tweeted, and I'm going to share it into the group here. Just a minute.
I did not see it.
All right, post it to the group too. All right, let's go.
Hold on. That's the tweet I just got. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Just go to the tweet. All right, ready?
Yep.
All right, got that going. Got this going. Now your camera's. Just trying to get your face. You're good. All right, ready? Oh, it's been a while. I'm ready for this. Don't give me that. Ready? Hello and welcome to episode 162 of the Usual Podcast, a podcast where we discuss all things geek and pop culture. I'm your host, Marshall, and with me, as always, back in the studio is my co-host, Will. What's up, buddy?
God, we're back in the studio. It's so weird, even though we've been in the same town now for like 6 months. But we never see each other, and we live like a mile and a half away.
It's super weird, I know. We also got to get a different setup to where I can look right at you, so I'm not off to the side. But anyway, that side, we're here, dude.
How did I just realize you have a new chair in your room?
Oh, I call it the Cadillac.
Dude, seriously, how long have you had this?
I got it for Christmas. It's got Bluetooth.
That shows how long it's been since I've been in your home.
It's got a leg rest. It's amazing. It's pretty much the Cadillac of all chairs.
Okay, I'm looking at it. It's got a handle on the side to recline.
Oh, dude. I'm reclining. I got a foot thing that comes out the bottom.
Okay, it's either the ultimate gaming chair or the ultimate masturbation chair.
It's the ultimate. I usually fall asleep in this chair. Anyway, so where are we at, dude? What are we doing?
Oh, well, we're back.
We are back. We're back live, too, which is super weird.
And for the third time this year, we're going to try a new format.
Oh, for God's sake.
Because
first time this year. We have not recorded this year yet.
Thank you. First time this calendar year. Mm-hmm. We just, we realized that first of all, I've got a new job.
Yeah.
I am teaching now.
And now he knows my struggles.
Yes, I know your struggles, and I feel for the future of America.
Oh, don't. Because it's best not to think about that.
If I'm their teacher, then what does that say?
It says you don't want to overanalyze that, buddy.
Thank you. I don't want to get into that self-actualization, but we are we're just constantly busy. So we realized that we cannot handle the hour and a half to 2 hour long podcast anymore.
Nope.
So I'm going to do the little intro since you haven't taken the hint to read it. So I'm going to say,
I thought you were supposed to read it.
No, we're back and better than ever, but now we're going to be off the cuff and on the sauce.
Yeah.
So pull out your own draft of your own frosty beverages. We spend half the time getting twice the buzz and give our irreverent take on this week's biggest pop culture news.
Yeah, I'm all right with it. I don't know if I could have said it, but
that was definitely written in my voice.
No, for sure, and that's why I thought you were going to say it. But anyway,
so what is our frosty beverages this week? What do you have in my friend?
Dude, I'm drinking my old standby. And honestly, it's funny because we were at dinner before this, and I had a really terrible day.
You did. You had a pretty bad day.
And this was one of my favorite old standbys. I don't know if I've done on this show.
You have.
I have. It's Sierra Nevada Hazy Little Thing IPA.
Hazy Little Thing Cola.
It's a tall can. I also may or may not have had a couple margaritas at the Mexican restaurant we were at, and I'm having a nice time. Well, my terrible day is getting a little better.
I'm a little loopy from my couple of Diet Cokes that I had with my burrito earlier, but I am enjoying the beautiful Blue Moon Belgian White Ale.
Nice.
Which is really funny because actually I was having a Fast and Furious marathon over the weekend.
Oh, dude, you didn't invite me.
Like you would have come over anyways. Although I have a new apartment too. Got so much news going on in this episode.
Things have changed. And a first comment in there, of course, is Matt. What's up, buddy?
6 hour podcast are a riot. Awesome. I think we could do it. We could do it.
We could, but we won't.
We won't. But no, I was just Mr. Nobody, played by Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Swears by the Belgian ales.
All right.
And so I'm drinking that in honor of Kurt Russell.
Nice, dude. All right. Well, Kurt Russell. Cheers. Hey, man. So,
cheers. So basically, this new format we're doing, we're going to try to cut it in half. We're going to have like maybe half-hour-long episodes, and we're really only going to not really do deep dives, but we're just going to do, let's say, glancing blows on one or two of the biggest biggest things of the week. And so this week we're going to talk about the Project Lazarus announcement.
Yep.
Was it Lazarus? No, Luminous.
Luminous.
Project Luminous announcement of the High
Republic.
The High Republic in the Star Wars publishing empire. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about Bob Iger stepping down as CEO of Disney.
Yeah, and that last part gets me a little bit because with the launch of Disney Plus and everything, I don't know if we're launching into this, if we're going into it right now.
Well, we really don't have any. So yeah, do you want to do the intro where they can find us and stuff? Seriously, if you're listening to this right now at episode 162, you know where to find us.
I've been debating whether or not I want to do that in the beginning and the end if it's shorter, but
well, let's just do it at the end.
What does Matt think?
Screw it. Matt, what do you think?
Okay, one more last time.
Matt wants a 6-hour-long episode.
One last time. Before we get started, if you have comments or questions, you can find us at theusualpodcast.com. Email us at theusualpodcast@gmail.com. And we're on Facebook, Google+, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and all the things. Like us, share us on all the social medias. I'm at Darth Pops on Twitter, and Will is at I'm Will Griggs. And please give us a 5-star rating on any of your podcatchers, iTunes, and all that stuff because, it's been a while, but we're still here. So all right, well, thanks to everybody who does that.
All right, well, I'm going to let you catch this answer from Crazy Uncle Gaming in our chat room, asking, how often do you broadcast?
Oh, well, this is the first. That's freaking hilarious. Did I say Google Plus? I told you I'm going to cut it anyway. Matt, here's the thing. That intro we've had for
like 5.5 years?
At least 4.
At least 4.
And things have changed. And I threw it in there for old time's sake. I'm going to cut it out in the main show. But
the funny thing is, it actually says Google Play. In the script, it says Google Play, but you said Google Plus.
Did I?
You did.
Well, I quit.
Because we did change it like 2.5 years ago when they did get rid of Google Plus.
That's true. How often do we broadcast? Well, Sotorista, what's up?
Yay, Sotorista!
We broadcast once a month minimum. Up until the last 3 months, we have not done a single show.
Okay, well, let's say for about 4.5 years, we did almost weekly.
Yeah.
And then I lost my job and I hit the road for about a year. And so we didn't broadcast for about a year.
Yeah.
Then we got back together and we've done, I think, 2 shows in the last 6 months.
I was still broadcasting, but I had.
Right, but you're doing a different show. Yeah. Well, yeah, you had a different partner. Which, by the way, where the heck is Skeen?
I don't know. But I had people filling in. But
right, had people filling in. So, anyways, we're gonna really try to do this at least once a month now. Hopefully, more often.
Yeah.
Because I really miss being behind the mic with you, my friend.
Same. And the boys are back in town, indeed, Sotorista, and it's lovely to have you in our chat room. Thanks for joining us. Let's circle back because the old intro was a fail. So I'm gonna 86 that in the edit. But let's talk about Bob Iger first.
Yeah, let's talk Bob Iger first. Well, honestly, for those of us that follow Disney, which, by the way, if you also want to follow my Disney stuff, you can just follow me at Daily Dose of Disney on any of the social medias. I do daily updates about Disney stuff. But the big thing about Bob Iger is that he's announced for a while that he was going to be stepping down at the end of 2021.
Yeah.
Overall from Disney, like going to retire. But I think it just came as with the launch of Disney Plus being successful, more successful than I think most people expected. He just felt it was the right time that he could step down. All he did was step down as CEO. He's still running the company. He's just not the executive officer. So what that means is he's still in creative control of its destiny, but he's not running the day-to-day stuff.
I think that's better for him.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's been doing this he took over from Michael Eisner almost 20 years ago. And think about all the stuff that Bob Iger has done since he took over.
Yeah.
Shanghai, Korea, Hong Kong, expanded Disney, Paris, Animal Kingdom, not Animal Kingdom, that was done before he got there, but Disney Plus, bought Marvel, bought Pixar, bought Lucasfilm,
yep.
Launched the biggest movie of all time, the biggest movie franchise of all time,
right.
Garnered numerous awards.
And then the Fox acquisition.
Yeah. I mean, what hasn't this guy done for the company? And not bad considering he was an acquisition himself. He was originally an ABC guy.
Right.
That when Disney bought ABC in 2003, he came over with that merger. And then he went swiftly up through the ranks and took over from Eisner.
Right.
Shadak, on the other hand, is coming from the parks. So he is most recently chairman of Disney Parks.
Yeah.
So he's in charge of all the parks, and now he's chief executive officer.
So, I don't know. What does this mean for the Disney company? I don't think a whole lot.
Not immediately, no. Because he's still the creative control of the company. So, I mean, we still have... why am I drawing a blank on head of Marvel right now? Kevin Feige. Feige still reports to him, directly to him. Kathleen Kennedy from Lucasfilm still directly reports to him. I was going to say Lasseter, but Lasseter is no longer running Pixar. But head of Pixar still directly reports to him, right? Nominally, they report to Shadak just because he's in charge, but the creative control is still in Iger's hands.
And I can't, as much as I love Matt, I'm going to gloss over what he just said. But the one
Matt's a professional friendly troll.
And I love Matt, but my point is, and I'm going to respond to the chat in this way because our last show should have been, our reaction to The Rise of Skywalker.
Right. But we didn't have time.
We didn't have time. We didn't do it. And now it's a little after the fact. So we are going to circle back to that at some point. I would like to do... I would like to do something around that.
Absolutely.
Once it maybe hits video.
Yeah, well, it's going to be hitting digital here in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to say it's next week or the week after.
Soon. Yeah.
So we'll do a little 15-minute thing if we need to sometime later.
And we will do it. We will talk about it. I know it's divisive. I understand where people are coming from on some level, but at the same time, I'm a Star Wars fan. I like the movie. I had a good time. We went. It was pretty much your birthday. We did what we always do.
Exactly.
And it was amazing. So
yeah.
I'm going to leave it at that for now, and
all right,
the trolls can rant. But
let's circle back to the Disney thing really quick for short term. It's not really going to do anything because when, pardon me, I've got a little bit of a cough. Okay. Whenever we are dealing with a company of this size, their game plan is mapped out for at least half a decade. Mm-hmm. They'll make changes here or there depending on if you have a flop like Immortals, right? They've definitely got to change stuff with that. But especially with the release of, again, Galaxy's Edge is another thing that he's done.
Right.
I mean, and honestly, that was under Shadak too. So mutual. That's probably why Shadak got the nod, is because of how well Galaxy's Edge is done.
And it has done well, despite the issues they've had with Rise of the Resistance and stuff like that. It has been good, and I know that part of that, the rhetoric around that is we wish, I know from the fan side and the people that are going to the park are like, they're not recognizing things. So the part of the, I guess, I don't want to say like backlash on it, but it has to do with the fact that they decided to go with an unknown Star Wars, not unknown, but like, how do I want to say it?
It's not like
the new Star Wars.
Right. It's not like they just said, okay, we're going to put this on Tatooine.
Right.
And they created a new planet.
Right. And so people... You're not a troll, Matt. We're messing with you.
I said friendly troll.
Friendly troll. So, but the idea is that people are like, well, I don't recognize stuff. But at the same time, if you're keeping up with everything, it's supposed to be an immersive Star Wars world. And I think they really did a good job with that from what I understand. Although I haven't been there yet, I know I'm sad.
Galaxy's Edge is absolutely immersive. It's fantastic. I've been to the one at Disneyland.
Yeah.
I'll be going to Disney World in December. So anybody who wants to meet up can probably meet up with me there. I'll be there for a week and a half. Well, a little over a week.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be hitting Rise of the Resistance because it had not opened up when I went to Disneyland Galaxy's Edge, because actually it was their opening week.
Well, and the last time I went was for about almost a little more than a year ago. I went last April for my 40th birthday. Met you down there, and it was right before.
We had so much fun bowling. That was so much fun.
Dude, it was great. Anyway, we're ranting.
Galaxy's Edge is really good. It is really worth the effort of going. I really can't wait to see Rise of the Resistance. But that's the whole other thing. You got to remember that they're going to be opening up their completely immersive hotel at Disney World, and that's going to be open up, I want to say, 2022 or 2023.
Something like that.
So Iger's still kind of overseeing that.
And that's kind of crazy. The concept behind that is it's almost like an immersive hotel that acts like a interstellar cruise.
Yeah, it is. It's acting like it's a cruiser. So it's really going to be interesting.
It's pretty neat.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Like I said, I edit all this stuff out. Anyway.
Yeah, so
it's
so
the
that's,
live people. I know, right? So Teresa, I want to go to the hotel so bad. The problem is
it's so expensive,
and it's also very small.
Yeah, I want to say it's going to be $7,000 for a weekend or
but
something.
But it's also
like that.
not even going to be. It's not even 200 rooms, from what I understand.
No,
it's
but
super small.
But I mean, all the windows are VR. It's ridiculous,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, yeah, of course, I'm going to try to save money and do it. I mean, heck, I'm spending like $2,000 on a 7-day trip to Disney World in December.
Right.
But yeah, so we have that. We not only have that, but we've got the relaunch of Indiana. Well, not relaunch, the continuation of Indiana Jones coming in the next couple of years. We've got Phase 4 of Marvel starting. You know, first thing post Avengers. The second wave of stuff coming on Disney Plus.
Right.
With Mandalorian season 2, WandaVision, all that fun stuff coming out. There's still so much stuff.
Right. And I'd be remiss if since there's our people I know and love in the chat room. Big shout out to Matt and SWTORista. But our SWTOR community, I still see you. I haven't been playing the game that much in the last few months, obviously, but I see all the awesome things you guys are doing. And a big shout out to Eric Musco. He's having a baby soon. SWTORista, you do amazing work for the community. And we haven't forgot about SWTOR, obviously. And I hope to see all of you in San Diego Comic-Con, we hope. We
were talking about that today. We're trying.
Yeah. It's a bit of a mess this year. So
it is a little bit of a mess, but we definitely want to get Puck 5 going, at least as a meetup. Maybe we won't record it, but at least a meetup.
No, we got to do a meetup if we're going to be down there. It's overlapping with something big I have going on this year, so I may have to cut it short, but I do hope to be down there for at least a few days.
Absolutely. So. Okay.
God, we squeezed a lot in the first 10 minutes of this madness.
Absolutely, because we talk fast and we are mellow and interesting as Crazy Uncle Gaming.
I'm not sure if he's a real person. But.
No, I just love that we can at least get new bots, if not new actual listeners.
I like how mellow
at episode 162.
I like it.
Yeah, so it's...
What's up, Steve?
Hey, my brother is in the house. My actual brother is in the house. Yeah, so this is... It is wonderful that the Iger's stepping down before massive heart attacks will take him, because in that corporate atmosphere, it's going to happen, right? And so I like how passionate he still is about it.
He's been doing it a long time.
He's been doing it a long time, so well too. So let's swing over to the Star Wars side of it.
Yeah,
we had a long-term, let's say long gestating project announcement. It was Project Luminous that's been kind of in the wind for a long time, and they finally said, here it is, all of a sudden. And we had a nice little trailer announcement for a publication side of. So we're talking about Del Rey, all the DK Junior books, all those stuff. It's really when they have a new movie coming out and they do the what is it
Well, here's the thing. So they have like a canon launch. So like they'll say like, okay, here's all the next series of books, kids books, young adult.
Right, usually it's like 20 titles, and it usually builds up to a movie.
And all that stuff, and it leads up to something. But this is all the publication announcement. I'm actually really excited about this. There was some speculation on where they were going to go with
the timeline.
Going forward. I mean, we're done with the Skywalker Skyline, I almost said. The Skywalker saga. So where do we go from here? So what was announced, and this was just a few days ago,
do we want to play the trailer?
Yeah, I'm going to play the trailer.
Okay.
It's Star Wars The High Republic, and this is the announcement trailer. And if all my tech works, we will play the trailer. Hold, please, everybody in the
Can we at
chat
least get a thumbs up from the audience if the audio plays correctly?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Thanks. I think I got to do that, and then I'll do this. Except, why does that look like crap? Hold, please.
Well, Switch Racer heard the audio, so we're good there.
Okay, good. Sorry, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
You're seeing this live, folks. The awesome that is my technological wherewithal. Here we go.
Okay, really quick before we do, I do want to talk.
To press play.
I do. I'm giving you a shout out here, man.
Yeah.
Marshall's tech wizardry has gotten so much better over the last 5 years that we've been doing this crappy show, because he's. First of all, he does another great podcast called Writing Excuses. So
just right.
Just keep writing. Writing Excuses is Sanderson.
Yeah.
Just Keep Writing, which he does with Nick Bright. So please go listen to that podcast. But the Writing Excuses cruise that he goes on every year has now funded him.
Yeah.
And he's doing audio work. He actually, let's just say, he got invited to Sanderson's place in Utah. And I'm like, douchebag.
Well, I didn't tell anybody that, but here we are. So that's live. That's a little snippet for you guys. One podcast every 6 months. Yeah. So, Just Keep Writing, I do, but I produce and host both these shows, and I really love what I do, and I'm lucky enough to be able to teach students to do this stuff as well with my current job at the high school. So I'm having a lot of fun. I'm getting better. So those of you that saw me fumble through that, and hopefully it works out. But let's watch this trailer, and then we'll talk about the High Republic. Yes?
Cool.
Thanks for being nice to me, buddy.
Haha.
We're finding ourselves at a very exciting moment with the Skywalker saga coming to an end. We're at a place of what's next for Star Wars. One of the things we've always done is be able to use our franchise platforms to explore the creative potential in the Star Wars galaxy. And so what if publishing was more of an incubation place and bring in great talent and just let their imaginations run free? We put together a really unique writer's room where we had diverse voices with very different opinions about Star Wars.
We all love Star Wars, but we're all coming in from very different places.
This has been a very free environment for everybody to just throw things out there.
We've all done lots of storytelling, but this is unique and really special.
The idea that this thing has been simmering for so long.
It's the secret history of the galaxy.
Yep, it goes way back to the beginning of Star Wars.
We gave them essentially a blank slate. What would you like to tell?
For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice.
A line that we've been hearing since 1977, and we thought, what does that look like?
It is a golden age where there's much more peace and calm in the galaxy. So we're calling it the High Republic.
The description that we've used for the Jedi of this era is that they are the Jedi Knights of the Round Table.
But Star Wars isn't just about Jedi, and we will tell stories of new smugglers, new scoundrels, new bounty hunters.
The threat and the tension really comes from the Republic's borders, because the Republic does not extend from one side of the galaxy to the other.
It's a bit of a Wild West new frontier. We see a different kind of Jedi that patrols the frontiers and is more of a Texas Ranger.
We're now bringing in concept artists, illustrators, and visualists, the same way that you would when you're making a movie.
We even had Ian McKay come down and just do sketch after sketch for us. When you have the guy who designed the look for Darth Maul sketching Jedi for you, it doesn't get any cooler than this.
The scale of this initiative is really new for us. We're going to have stories for adults and teens and kids.
We're building this out simultaneously across multiple publishers. It gives us the ability to tell vast interconnected stories across multiple years. There will be a core group of heroes that will expand over time. There'll be villains.
Our main villain are the group called the Nile. We kind of like to refer to them as Space Vikings.
Their motto is, you can't take it with you, but we can take it from you. Our story starts with what we're calling the Great Disaster.
It wouldn't be Star Wars without adventure. And there's definitely a series of events that will spin the galaxy into a dangerous new direction, and it'll give the opportunity for heroes to rise up.
The cool thing about this is that there's going to be a story for every Star Wars fan. It's really fun to be able to keep readers on their toes. This era is ripe for storytelling. The eureka moment was the question, what scares the Jedi? And that made us all go, ooh, something wicked this way comes.
All right, let's talk about a couple things first.
Hold please.
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, let's talk about a couple things first. I'll agree with Matt and the chat room that Claudia Gray is a fantastic writer.
Absolutely.
At the forefront of current Star Wars writing. She's just great.
I'm also reading a novel right now by Daniel Jose Older, who wrote one of the features on there. I think it was Last Shot, I believe. I haven't read it yet. It's a phenomenal urban fantasy series I'm reading right now. But there's some crazy good writers in that room, and I'm super jealous. They're all Skywalker fans trying to figure this out.
I know, right? Okay, so I have two basic things I want to talk about. One is the timeline. It's close enough to Skywalker, but far enough away that they can tie in very few characters.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about it. It's 200 years before Battle of Yavin. Roughly, they're kind of giving us as a rough timeline.
Sure.
Who's alive? Yoda, Maz Kanata, Chewie.
Yeah.
Those are three absolutes.
Mm-hmm.
We can see the birth of Darth Plagueis, because he was theoretically born somewhere between 175 and 130 BY.
Yeah.
We're absolutely going to be able to see Plagueis' master.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be interesting. I can't drawing a blank on his name right offhand. So that's the interesting thing is that it's far enough away that most of the characters we know and love are not available, but close enough where the long-lived characters like Yoda and Maz Kanata are available.
Well, and also, what they do will ripple into what happens later, which we've already seen.
Exactly. So that'll be kind of cool because there's going to be some writers about that. The other thing I find interesting, I didn't notice this the first time, is when it was showing the publishing group things that are going to be up there, it included IDW.
Yeah.
Which is basically the Disney arm of because there's some Marvel Disney stuff like the Big Thunder Mountain, the Princess Leia comic. They not Princess Leia, Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
They did some stuff, but they're like the Disney and Friends and the Uncle Scrooge. All that stuff gets released through IDW.
Tenebris.
Thank you, Tenebris. Yes. So those are. It's really interesting how they're going to weave that in.
Yeah.
Are they going to bring in Disney? They can't bring Disney characters into Lucasfilm, but they could gear something towards kids.
Well, and they will, and I know they will. Given that they 100% will.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
And that's the thing.
But I think it's interesting that they're interweaving IDW and not just Marvel.
Right. So what am I excited about? I love seeing a writer's room like that, and
as soon as that writer's room popped up, Marshall leaned over to me and goes, "I wish I could be in that room."
I was like, "Could you imagine?" I was like, "But as a writer and as someone who is part of a couple of writing communities, I love the idea of being able to sit down and create a universe or create a world within a world or have a starting point and say, okay, now what? You know
exactly.
what I mean? And they do this with TV shows and movie series all the time. But being able to do this with Star Wars, it's huge.
Exactly.
And I think this is going to be pretty cool. Excuse me. Apparently I have hiccups. So we don't have much more outside of that they're doing stuff and there will be books.
Exactly.
And
we don't have any information.
And we know some of the
the people involved.
And we know some of the people involved. And
like
we know
Claudia Gray.
And I think that's the important thing is that we have these authors that have already done that first run of the big canon series. Right. That started when the new canon started, obviously, right? And they're coming back, and they're bringing these people back, and they're bringing new people in, and they're sorting this out.
One thing I think that just puts it into safer hands is, you saw right there that Pablo Hidalgo is overseeing the whole thing, not necessarily as a creative arm, but as a continuity director, because he's the Datacron holder right now, so. He is the end-all, be-all of information, and as long as he's overseeing it, it's going to work out.
But the interconnectivity, too, within what they're doing on Disney+, the Clone Wars is back.
Exactly.
So you have these other things that are other moving parts in the universe that are going to come into play in really cool ways, and I'm excited to see what happens.
And there still hasn't been a clear announcement of what Rian Johnson's trilogy is going to be like.
Yeah. And, we also know some of the stuff coming to Disney+. We're going to have an Obi-Wan thing. We're going to have... And so I'm really hoping that...
Yeah, we still have the Cassian Andor series.
Right. And these are all pre Skywalker ish. You know what I mean?
Right. What I
And-
think would be fantastic is, I don't know if you remember years ago when Lucas still ran the show, he wanted to do a live action 1 hour TV show a la Mandalorian, but about the underworld.
Yeah.
And so I think this would be perfect if they're talking about the Nile. How awesome would it be to have an 8 episode limited run introducing the Nile Underground?
Yeah,
That would be a perfect tie-in for Disney Plus.
Absolutely. So, man, I don't know. Like I say, as a writer, as someone who tries to consume as much of this as possible, I've fallen off recently because I've been trying to consume too many audiobooks in a short amount of time. I love the Star Wars stuff, some more than others, obviously, but I have a lot of hope for what can come out of this, because if you think about what happened, we have Rebels and Clone Wars and these kind of things, like what animated series can come out of
Exactly.
what these authors create. And when you're an author and you're in charge of a universe, what you spur is you have a hand in that. And
Yes.
and I think that's something huge to keep in mind. So anyway, I don't know, man. So what else do we got? We got anything from the chat? Do we want to close up? Where are we at?
Matt wants the 1313 show.
Well, we all want something.
We have the new contributor to the chat, Lone Ranger 2016 says, the thing I love about Star Wars is the idea that there could be something out there in the depths of space so strong the Jedi may never be able to win against or even ever know it's out there if their paths never meet. The danger with that, and I love the concept, Lone Ranger, and I like where you're going with that, but the problem with that...
Well, that's what they're
is
alluding to in the tape,
Exactly.
too, about what do the Jedi feel.
Right. What I don't want to have happen is all of a sudden we're going to get another Yuuzhan Vong.
Right.
Where all of a sudden it's now a 30-book mammoth monstrosity that
I think
just
they learned their lesson a
overwhelms
bit.
the concept. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear
If
you.
you're going to do it, you've got to be like, hit and run with it for a little bit, and then all of a sudden have a big trilogy about it, and then
Right.
go away from it. And like, it's got to be something like that. You can't have it
Yeah.
be all consuming for a decade.
Well, and it can't be. I mean, and I think of something like Doctor Who's a good comparison. Right now, we're watching the newest, or my wife and I are almost done, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but they're dealing with a threat, but it's from the same section of a same threat that has always kind of been there.
Right.
And it's like, okay, so how long do we want to do this for?
Exactly.
Can we move past that and give something else and have that be done, and then move on to something else? Is that what we're
Exactly.
saying?
Okay, I'm going to say something that'll kind of tie up the Iger and the Lucas all together.
Sure.
And it'll be a good way to end the show, I think, is that the main thing that Lucas had going against him is that he was always a one-man show, creatively speaking.
True.
He would bring other people in, but they would never they never rose to his power in the creation of ideas, right? One thing that Bob Iger and everybody below him has done is think about all the creativity that they foster. I mean, underneath Bob Iger over the last 20 years at Disney, you've got Lasseter through Pixar. Granted, Lasseter kind of left in a little bit of a disgrace, but he creatively created Pixar, the concept of Pixar, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You had Lasseter. You've got Filoni. You've got Feige. You've got Kathleen Kennedy. You've got Hidalgo. You've got all these major players that contribute so wildly to this world without fear of losing that contribution power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Lucas was so afraid of losing the power of being the contributor that he never let anybody in, and therefore he became stagnant.
Right.
Whereas, even within Marvel, you got Feige that are bringing up the Russos, which are bringing up Gunn, which are bringing, it all kind of, they're all so good at fostering talent and recognizing it that I think that if they can follow that,
Yeah.
it'll be even better.
And I think the fact that writing room existed is an example of that.
A great example of that.
And it's not just a couple dudes sitting in a thing. It's like, okay, look at the talent pool we can pull from. Let's see what awesome we can get.
And more importantly, did you see how diverse that writer's room was?
Absolutely. And that's something that I think is super important right now.
There were
And-
women, there were people of color, there were, I'm sure there were gay and transgender there. They're being all inclusive.
And that's what I do love about Disney. You say what you want about Disney, but they are at the forefront of that as far as grabbing talent from
Oh, absolutely. And
everywhere.
even, Gosh, I mean, hello, there have been capes in there for decades.
Oh, I love it.
All righty, so I think that's a good way to wrap up the tie-in. We had a nice, fairly short show. It's a little bit longer than I think we were expecting today, just because we were kind of relaunching in, talking about what we're doing. But that's basically what the concept is going to be for a while, is that we're going to focus on one or two major stories and kind of do a little bit more of a dive in without having to say every movie that's coming out and watch all these trailers and do everything that we're trying to do before. We just don't have the time, but we still want to have our voice out there and catch these people like the new people we haven't heard before that can kind of dig our vibe, because we've known each other for 20 years.
20 years, man.
And we just have a passion for this
We've been
stuff.
doing this for 20 years.
It feels like we've been doing this.
Whether we've done the show for 20 years is irrelevant. We've been doing this, having these conversations for 20
exactly.
years. So.
Until, we got the bug from Kevin Smith to just sit down with your friends and BS.
You do it.
That's what it is. All right, so wrap it up, my friend.
All right. So thanks for tuning in to The Usual Podcast. If you have comments or questions, you can find us at theusualpodcast.com. Email us at theusualpodcast@gmail.com. And we're on Facebook. What do we want to say? Do I want to say we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Find us on all the social medias.
Exactly.
I'm at Darth Pops on Twitter. Will is at I'm Will Griggs. If you want to support the show, patreon.com/usualpodcast is the best way to do that. And we also have teespring.com/store/usualpodcast and audibletrial.com/usualpodcast. I threw out a couple books earlier. There'll be more books coming. Audible Trial is a great way to do that and help support the show. But Patreon's obviously the best. But thank you, everybody, for joining us. And I don't know, man. What else you got? Anything?
Well, for God, love it. Have a fun.
Oh, I'm so glad you didn't drop the ball. Have a fun, and we'll see you all next week.
Peace.
I was waiting for you to blow it again.
Dude, I blew it last episode.
Twice.
Too.
Anyway. So we're done with the official show. But yeah, I didn't say Google Plus. Crazy, right? It's not even a thing. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Wotarista. I'm so glad. Lone Ranger, thank you, everybody, for being in this chat room. Google Plus is the best Google, right? It's the plus of Google.
You know what we've got to do is next episode we've got to do nothing but Google Plus. Like catch us on Google Plus, Google Plus, Google Plus.
People will be like,
all the places Google Plus, and don't forget to give us 5-star ratings and all the Google Pluses out there.
Oh man, it's so bad. Like it's been a while since we've done this, but at the same time, like I'm ingrained in like the things that I say.
I know,
I fell back into it so quick, and I was like, did I say Google Plus? Really?
You did.
How long has that been gone?
Like 3 years.
At least 2 or 3 years. Yeah, that's too bad. Anyway, thanks, Wotarista, for retweeting our Google Plus. We're hoping to get Google Plus trending again. So
we always love it when people that have 50 times our following that retweet our mistakes. So thank you, Wotarista. We love you so much.
Are you gonna be down in San Diego this year again, or what? I hate to ask you on the spot, but we're trying to make it work. But since you're here, Matt, I know you're gonna be down there because you live there, but. Steve, if you're still there, thanks for joining us, man. And hearts mean yes.
Friendster,
dude. I was trying.
Okay, you know what the really funny thing is? You know what I was watching at home before I walked to meet you for dinner?
Oh my god,
Social Network. I was literally watching Social Network.
I remember Friendster. I remember the controversy of the top 8 on MySpace.
When you always had to include Tom.
Oh my god, dude, it was too much. Anyway. Thanks to everybody who's joined us. We're stoked to be back, sort of.
We are. Seriously, I miss this. We've got to do this more often.
And the tech is streamlined enough to where we can do this a little more often. I know you'll be in San Diego. You're already there. You're in San Diego right now. I know it.
Smart ass.
All right. I'm going to shut the stream down unless anybody has anything else to say about Friendster. We're going to do a show about Friendster.
We should. Friendster and Google Plus. You know, we should just announce
dead social media.
Dead social media.
Vine.
Vine.
What else is dead?
Hand-to-hand meetings. Face-to-face meetings.
Oh God, there's so much dead. GeoCities. Okay, we're out of here.
GeoCities. Dude, I remember the very first fantasy league that I hosted. I did a website on GeoCities.
Oh my God, dude. LiveJournal. Yeah, LiveJournal. There was I always joke with Josh. We talk about like old, like Netscape Navigator and AOL,
Earthlink,
Earthlink, and what was the other one?
AOL.
No. There's another. not Netscape. What was the other one? There was one that was dead. Bing. Oh, Bing's still around, I know, but shit, I can't remember the other one.
Don't forget you can carry it around on your Zooms.
Oh, dude, I have. No, I have a what is it? A Creative Lab Zen, still somewhere over there. That was
That
my
is
first
funny.
MP3 player. I researched the hell out of that thing, man. Anyway,
Creative Labs was like the best of the generics.
oh yeah, but it was amazing. I loved it. Couldn't get music, but anyway. All right, so we're out of here. Thank you everybody who's in there. Next time we'll start the show. So
On time.
here's what we're gonna do. Next time we stream, everybody comes in with their old dead tech, and we'll talk about that to start. Prodigy. Oh my God, I'm out of here.
Prodigy,
Jeeves.
good.
Nope, Ask Jeeves is a good one. That's not the one I was thinking of. It wasn't Ask Jeeves. There was one more. Well.
Even with that, it's only been like 40 minutes
Remember
since we
Sam
started.
Goody? I was trying to think of old dead mall stores the other day, and there was like remember B. Dalton books.
You got to remember, I
and-
used to work for both
know.
Warehouse and
Napster. Oh God,
Napster. I used to work for the Warehouse and Camelot Music.
Oh man, all dead. It's all dead.
Ask Jeeves. Oh,
Ask Jeeves.
LexisNexis.
Oh my God, there's one that we're forgetting that was there. It was I think it was a search engine. It was Here and Gone, but I can't remember. Sam Goody. I was trying to remember the one. It was like what's the one? The trinket store. The one that you would always go to get like dragon figurines and stuff.
Oh, you're thinking of.
But there was one that was popular, and then there was another one, but I can't remember. Anyway.
Gosh, what was the name of that store? It
Alta
was
Vista. Oh, good pull, dude. You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
it was
It's,
like not Hot Topic. It was.
well, Walden Books, right? Oh, I spent. So
I want to
much time
say it
in
started with
Walden
an
Books.
E.
No, there was Walden
Oh
Books.
no, Spencer's Gifts.
Spencer's Gifts. But there was another one. There was Spencer's Gifts, but there was another one that was in, at least in my mall and a couple other ones near me where I grew up, that was like Spencer's Gifts, but it wasn't Spencer's Gifts.
Really?
Yeah. But I couldn't remember the
Do you
name of it.
remember the?
We're still alive, by the way.
I know. Do you remember the video store that was connected
EB
to
Toys,
Sam Goody?
KB Toys. Remember KB?
Yeah. Oh gosh, I remember I was working at a mall in LA in the late '90s during the Furby craze, when Furbies and
EB Games is what you're thinking
the
of, Lone Ranger. EB Games.
what were the the heart-shaped tags, and you would have the case around the tag to protect it. They were the little.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. So what's funny is, this is totally dating our chat room right now.
I know, right? We're all in our mid-40s.
The fact that we're talking about KB Toys, remember EB Games?
EB Games, yeah.
And Sam Goody.
Malls.
Yeah, remember Malls? Remember those things? What was the name? There was the other store we used to go in all the time. Anyway, I looked this up. I was talking to some of my students the other day, and I found some blog or something that was listing like old stores.
Right.
And I'm just like, I spent so much time in those stores. And like we had arcades. There were always arcades in those. You know?
Okay, I will tell you. I'm going to throw a little recommendation out here. If you ever get a chance, watch the documentary. I think it's on Netflix called "All Things Must Pass," and it's done by Colin Hanks, Tom Hanks' son,
All right.
and he does a documentary about the life and death of Tower Records called "All Things Must Pass," which is brilliant. It's a really good documentary. Watch it.
Makes me think of Empire Records now.
Oh, I love that movie.
Me too.
I think you still stole my DVD. The blue one, the limited
That's
edition.
not your DVD, bro. You can go look. It's right out there. You can have it.
I already have it digitally on
I
Plex.
really need it.
I know you do.
I love that movie. It's my happy movie. Okay. Showbiz Pizza. Oh my God. So we got to get off this, but I think everybody who's in the chat room now that joins us next time, hopefully 2 weeks from now, will come with at least 2 expired stores. Your entryway to for sure mention on the show, which is coveted, of course, is that you have to come with 2 stores that you used to visit when you were a kid in the mall. Period. That means you have to be of age. and age. I'm going to be 41 next month. Don't get me started.
How about Claire's accessories?
Dude, I got my ear pierced twice at Claire's. I got my eyebrow pierced. I'm pretty sure at Claire's too.
God, I remember when you had your eyebrow pierced. I totally forgot about that.
Pierced, dude. No, I got that done in Santa Cruz.
God,
That wasn't at Claire's.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, dude. But I had let go of my 2 ear piercings.
I know, right?
Oh my God. Okay, I have to turn this off.
Okay, we got to go. All right,
love all of
everybody,
you.
thank you so much.
Thanks for being
Have
here.
a good night.
Find us on the socials, and if you want to continue this weird conversation, I can't turn this off. It's been too long. Stop.